Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1266.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about the Nasdaq being ready to take off. Now, it's no secret that the Nasdaq has been strong all year. And year to date, it's up 22.78%. And that compares to 9.34% for the S&P and negative 0.26% for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And while it might seem that tech is always strong and always the leader, what's really interesting is that over 3 years, the S&P 500 has actually outperformed the Nasdaq by quite a bit. For 3 years, the S&P 500 is up 28.13% annually, and the Nasdaq is up 17.78% annually. So while we might think that tech is always the strong leader, that's just not the case. The S&P 500 has been the strong leader for the last 3 years. It's just this past year, and since we had a terrible bear market last year, the Nasdaq has come out of that very strongly. Will that continue? I definitely think so. As you know, I've been talking about AI being the reason for why large tech companies have been outperforming. We saw with NVIDIA just the mention of artificial intelligence and great earnings in their earnings report gave them an extra $500 billion of value. Massive, massive value added to the stock. And that's why a lot of the mega cap stocks have been the strongest leaders this year, with just 7 or 8 stocks really being the ones that have been driving the entire Nasdaq and the S&P 500. And it's good news that the Nasdaq has come back so strongly because last year in 2022, it was a disaster, down 33.1%. From the end of 2021, the Nasdaq is still down 18%. With Apple and Microsoft being the two largest companies, which together make up about 21% of the Nasdaq 100 index, and their good performance this year has really been part of the driver of this tremendous performance on Nasdaq. Shares of Apple have risen about 28% this year, and Microsoft is up 37% this year. So are we going to continue to see technology stocks dominate? I say we are. And there's lots of reasons for that. As I've said, AI is the main reason because it's providing much more profitability and efficiency to these tech companies. In addition to that, on a macro level, we have inflation trending lower, we have oil prices trending lower, interest rates, I believe, are going to start coming down, and we're at the end of the year where we're going to have year-end window dressing, where professional investors are going to be buying these big cap tech stocks to make it look like they've had these companies in their portfolio all along this year, when actually most professional investors, mutual funds, etc., have been underweight technology and underweight stocks this year. Not only have they been underweight, but a lot of hedge funds have been short, which means they're going to have to buy stocks back and cover their shorts, which will lead to more buying. That paired with stock buybacks by companies who are seeing good value in their company stock, well, all of that's going to come together, I think, even before the Santa Claus rally, which can tend to be closer to the end of the year. But I think even as we start November, we're going to start seeing technology stocks really take off. Right at the time when many investors are buying more bonds, are still in cash, are sitting the market out, they're going to miss a lot of this technology boom. So don't be one of those people, because this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This kind of stock market bull doesn't come around all the time, but as I wrote about in my book, 3 Steps to Quantum Wealth, we are in an era of new technology I call the quantum age, where lots of different technologies are converging together, And we're going to see more of that and more development of new technology coming out next year. So this is the time to really be buying the dip, buying since stocks are still low. This is your opportunity to get in at low prices before the stock market really booms. And with all the negative sentiment still out there and the extreme fear that people are feeling, it's the perfect contrarian market and perfect timing for the stock market to really take off. So don't miss out on Nasdaq. The technology stocks are ready to go. This is an exciting time to invest. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more wealth tips. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.